Minecraft has an animation problem, and it's probably not what you're thinking, so let me explain what I mean. You can build the greatest base, the most amazing mega build, and it'll never, ever move. It's always gonna sit here, lifeless. Your spaceship will never fly. Your gears will never turn. Your build will never experience the motion and animation that it deserves. But what if we could change that? In this video, I'm going to be using command blocks and display entities to add motion, animation, and life to this industrial steampunk factory. Two extremely talented Minecraft coders are coming on to give me crash courses on commands and command blocks. And when they're done, I'm going to use that knowledge to transform my factory into a living, breathing, immersive Minecraft experience. Don't forget to leave a like down below, subscribe if you haven't already, and get ready to watch this Minecraft build come to life. Now, in just a moment, two coders are coming on to tell me everything they know about Minecraft commands. But just to make things extra difficult on myself, I'm giving them only 30 minutes each. For context, I know how to code in real life. I was a web developer. But despite all my programming experience, I've never tried to do anything substantial with command blocks. All this stuff I'm about to do is genuinely a mystery to me, so having to learn it all in only 30 minutes is gonna be a real challenge. But first, we gotta build a steampunk factory. We got ourselves a factory. And I gotta say, it's looking really cool. This build was completely free-handed. No reference images, no planning, just me and Axiom and my own brain. But of course, every factory needs to produce something, and this factory produces netherite armor, the strongest armor in the game. And to be honest with you, the idea of this factory producing netherite armor actually influenced a lot of the decisions I made regarding the structure of this thing and how I built it. Starting with the back here, we can see the raw materials being brought in from, I don't know, boats or rafts or trucks or whatever. We've got gold and we've got ancient debris. This stuff is, freshly dug out of the ground, so there's a lot of rocks, and same thing with the nether stuff. This is fresh out of the nether, so you got soul sand and whatnot mixed in. They're taking up these big conveyor belts and brought into these sort of sluices where the materials separate. Of course, everything is powered by gears. The liquid metals are transported via these pipes up into this sort of mixing chamber right here, spouting out little ingots of netherite where it's going to be stamped and processed into armor. Brought up one last ramp and deposited it into these shipping boxes where this giant garage door can open and some trucks or whatever can pull up out front, pick up the materials, and send them on their way. So as you can see, I thought this through pretty well, and that made things a lot easier when designing this build. Still took a long time, but I'm pretty proud of it. That being said, the entire purpose of this video is to animate a Minecraft build, and besides a couple things like the fire behind me, this build doesn't move at all. And I think it's time to change that.
The knowledge I'm about to impart upon you is considered a dark art even by the most advanced commands people.
Oh boy, okay. I'm excited.
The techniques you are about to learn are things no builder has ever used before.
This is my friend Quentin, also known as Blockerlocker. He is an absolute whiz with command blocks, creating some amazing mini games and challenges and showing them off in his YouTube shorts. And today he's gonna bestow some of that knowledge onto us.
What would make this torch better, Leon?
Well, it's already got a little bit of a particle effect to it, which is nice, but
Yeah,
it's not
nice.
much. Yeah.
You wanna just throw like a fire block display on top of that? That's pretty cool. Pretty nifty.
Somewhat. It's something.
There are a bunch of, I don't want to say blocks or items, I'm going to say building textures in this game. No one has ever used in a build before.
Whoa. Oh, is that from the campfire?
That is from the campfire. This is what I like to call a sprite display, but in reality, Leon, this is just a text display.
You might be familiar with display entities. They're like blocks or items, but fake, not really there. And if you ask me, they've got a lot of building potential. But these are different. These are sprite displays, which means we can display basically any Minecraft texture we want.
So first you have to figure out the exact pixel measurements of the original sprite that you're trying to spawn as a sprite display. You have to multiply the x-axis and y-axis by 0.3125. Okay, that's very important. And after that, you need to take those output scales from the x and y-axis, multiply the x-axis by 0.0, negative 0.0, and multiply the x-axis by negative 0.0, oh shit, multiply the x-axis by negative 0.025 and y-axis by negative 0.015 equals to 1. Then additional scale is beyond the typical pixel measurement. You understand?
Yes. The math behind text displays is a little bit complicated, and I'm gonna have quite the challenge figuring that out on my own later. But for now, let's see what they can do.
All display entities have a billboard function.
Oh.
You must know what billboarding is, don't you?
I think I figured it out. Yeah, it looks at you.
So we can modify the text display's data to give it a vertical billboard, which is what makes it like follow you left and right.
Oh, yes. Okay, now it's actually looking at me. When I end up adding these animations to my build, I don't want them to, get clipped or cut off if you're looking at it the wrong way.
We also have a bunch of animated textures that aren't just blocks. It can be almost any texture in the game. I say almost, because not every, but almost any texture in the game. You probably don't even recognize this.
Yeah, where's there a traffic light?
This is what happens when your Realm subscription is almost expired.
Oh.
Yeah, you could have
Cool.
an actual full-on working traffic light, but that might require a few more commands than what I've shown you. Here's another animated one.
Oh, what is
Oh,
that?
nudge
Is
it
that
up a
like
little bit.
is that the skulk?
Yeah, that's the little vibration particle that comes off of scope sensors when they talk to each other and stuff.
Oh, that's cool. Yo, we got a home Wi-Fi network.
We can even put in text displays of the nether portal texture. You can recolor text in Minecraft. And if these are just text displays,
Oh, okay, I see where you're going with this, right. Not only can we display basically anything we want, but we can color it anything we want as well. The possibilities are genuinely insane. Running this command, yes, there we go. That's so sick. Oh, you could do so
that
many
is
things
one
with
hot
that.
copper torch.
It is.
What textures are even available to you? So I'm sure you're wondering,
That's true.
how can you look at a list of all of these textures? And the answer is, it's going to be really annoying, Leon.
Oh boy.
But there are
Okay.
a couple of shortcuts you can take.
Quentin showed me the game's internal sprite sheets, these huge images containing every texture in the game. Not just blocks, but entities, the GUI, even the sky itself.
More building blocks than anyone has ever had in vanilla Minecraft, right?
I have never had this many blocks, yeah. There is a lot going on here. So I see in the middle you have the front face of the texture, but then they sort of like spread out in like a plus shape.
I have no idea what you just said.
Okay, never mind. Oh, the GUI, that's really cool. Look at all the potion effects
GUI
and
ones
stuff.
are so good.
Oh, it's a mirror, right? That's invisibility,
Yeah,
right?
the invisibility icon.
I know it's all just kind of like fake, like it's not actually in the world, it's just a display, but there's so many textures. It's still Minecrafty, right? Like it doesn't really feel modded.
And you don't need any
All
mods.
of Minecraft's power. No mods,
You
I
don't
know.
need any mods. No mods.
I'm gonna slap that on the thumbnail.
Yeah. No mods. And since these are display entities, just like item and block displays, you can do anything to these as you can do to those.
Ah, okay, like moving them around. I see.
Yeah.
Dude, this is gonna be so sick. Thank you again so much for your time, man. I was not expecting in the slightest to have some secret technology thrown at me by Blockerlocker, but wow. Text entities, sprite entities, all this stuff I had never even heard of before. It's really, really fascinating. What this guy just showed me genuinely blew my mind, and I am so excited to try and apply this as best I can to my steampunk factory. But we've still got to figure out how to animate these entities. These things are cool, but they're still basically just as motionless as a regular Minecraft block. My friend Howzieky, though, well, he's coming on to help us out, and let's just say he's a bit of an expert. But real quick, if you're enjoying the video, consider leaving a like down below. I'm trying something very new and different here, teaching myself how to use commands. And if you want to see more videos like this where I animate Minecraft builds, showing your support down below would really help me out. Thank you, and now back to the video.
Commands are a big topic. I got a toolbox, and you got to know what your tools are if you're going to make anything. So I want to give you some tools.
Howzieky had laid out an entire lesson plan, step by step, to explain the fundamentals of movement and animation with commands. And it was wild. He clearly put a lot of work into this, and I had a blast learning from him.
Every command has context when it runs. Who is the entity running it? Where is it being run? What's the rotation of... That doesn't really matter yet. And then what dimension is it running in? Now, there are two different coordinate systems. There's tilde, 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 and there's caret, caret, caret. Yeah, so each of the three axes.
Oh, wow, that's a cool way of displaying it. Right, you got X, Z, and then Y going up. I like that. Run particle, soulfire flame, 3 away in the X, and then you have some, I'm guessing, particle, and then in the Y, it's flame, and then copper fire flame in the Z. Oh, that's really cool, and I got it around me too. That's awesome.
There is also the caret notation. This is about what direction you're looking.
Right, and you just, yeah, as you fling your head around, that constantly changing. Yeah, okay. I've got like a ring ahead of me. That's really cool. And then you've got, okay, you got a ring ahead of you. Me when I make my sick vape clouds.
That's a spoiler. That's foreshadowing, and you don't even know it.
Whoa, you're gonna teach me how to do vape tricks, House?
All right, back on track. No laughing in the classroom.
Okay. Sorry, yes, sir. Vape tricks aside, this lesson is unfortunately way too long to fit into this video. But if you want to see the whole thing, I'll be uploading the full cut onto my second channel just after this video goes live. Highly recommend checking it out, and while you're at it, check out Howzieky's channel as well. Skipping ahead a bit, Howzieky showed off something I was very excited about, the particle command. Now, I want to ask about this specifically because this kind of particle would be very useful in my build. There's 0.1 and 3.
The next 3 numbers are for like the cloud, the range around you where the particles will appear. This is 0.1.
Okay, so that's like a nice little cluster, yep.
202 to make a pancake.
Ah, okay, that's actually a really cool effect. I like that. So I'm summoning, what, like 100 particles with 0 speed, and it's 101. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. This up to a timer. That's perfect for this build.
If the score is above 20, set the score to 0.
Oh, and that's just a 1 second timer, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Flip that.
Oh, yeah, look at that on the side. Yes, we have a 1 second timer over there. That's so cool.
This one's really fun. Oh wait, I want to do this.
Can you just stand there for a second? I need a screenshot of you just emitting, or myself. Yeah.
And then there's this one.
Shoot particle rings. Okay. I can stop vaping anytime, guys. I promise. I don't have a problem. I swear.
I would stop way sooner if it wasn't cool as heck.
Besides particles, Howz even had an entire demonstration set up for moving display entities, and the animations he had prepared were crazy.
I made this animation thing.
Oh, I see. It's on a oh. Goodbye. Oh, okay, welcome back. Very cool rotation, by the way. Love the way that... oh my gosh. Okay, he's going sicko mode. Nice. Oh my god, you put... Whoa, dude, that is so good looking. How long did that take you?
Maybe 45 minutes earlier today.
Sheesh.
I'm not sure.
Gosh. Okay.
I think if you're going to do rotations like this, you should use the rotate command. So for example, we can do this to rotate me.
Oh, you're being rotated.
I use this pretty often with your videos. So
oh, so you're just telling yourself to rotate and it runs 10 degrees indefinitely, right?
Every tick, yeah. At N selects the nearest entity.
Oh, at N is nearest. Oh, that's handy. Okay. Oh, it's a lot smoother. Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I will be using this all the time. Trust me. Dude, this has been so cool. Thank you so much for showing me this, man.
Absolutely. And again, don't worry about remembering all of this right now. You just need to have an idea of what can be done so you can come back and look at it later.
In just a short amount of time, I've gotten a crash course on commands and display entities from 2 of the most talented Minecraft coders out there. And now it's up to me to transform this factory into a living, breathing, dynamic Minecraft build. Alright, so I may have gotten a little carried away and started doing a bunch of stuff, a bunch of little stuff, but just bear with me, guys. I got so excited over this. I just dove right in, and what I've been able to do has been so cool. So before I do anything else, let me just show you what I've done so far. This right here is my sort of commands staging area. Don't ask what's going on here, but I've got a whole lot of stuff set up already. We'll get to that in a minute. Got this fan emitting these like 4 streams of smoke clouds or whatever coming out of here going horizontally. Got some dripping water coming out of this leaky pipe, and where it's splatting on the ground, I've got some glow lichen growing as a bit of like, you know, foliage and stuff because that part of the ground is getting all wet and soggy and all that. Love being wet and soggy. I've got another design for like a steam vent up here on the roof with a structure void item display that is spinning around super fast, and then we've got some smoke spewing out of the top. That looks really cool. Of course, using some display entities to give it a bit more shape. We can duplicate this. I got some of those realms indicator lights that Quentin showed me in different spots throughout the factory. These 2 furnaces I've been filling with more particles, right? We've got soul fire and we've got this sort of ash particle particle. Similar thing over here, the regular fire melting down the gold. But arguably the coolest thing I've done so far is I've figured out how to make rotation work. So let me try my best to explain what's going on here. And remember, like with anything else in this video, if you're good at commands, if you know how to do command stuff and you know a better way to do what I'm doing, please let me know down in the comments. I'm still learning. So if you see something I've done and you know a better way to do it, please do let me know down below. I'd really appreciate that. But anyways, this is not a real block, right? This is a block display entity, and thanks to Axiom, we have this little gizmo thing where we can slide it around, and we can rotate it, and we can scale it. And we've got these few command blocks over here that I stole from Howzieky's demonstration where we're setting up the scoreboard, incrementing the counter on the scoreboard by 1 every single tick. This is always running. And then resetting the counter specifically at 23. Now, why 23? We'll get to that in a minute. Now, this command block is the one that's actually doing the rotating. This is really interesting because for whatever reason, we can rotate on the x-axis indefinitely. If I just go ahead and set that to like 10, for example, that's just going to spin forever. But the y-axis, that stops after a certain point. It's very strange. See how that rotated once and then just like stopped moving? I was really confused as to why this is happening. Like, wait, what do you mean I could rotate in one axis but not the other? That didn't make any sense, but I eventually figured out a workaround. It'll make a full 90-degree rotation in just about 23 ticks. So all we have to do is every single time the tick counter reaches 23, we just reset it back to its original position, and that's exactly what this does. And I have used this all over the place. We've got these giant rotating axles right here going clockwise. You can see it's a little bit glitchy, right? The back face of the diorite kind of warps back and forth. Once again, I'm not an expert. I'm just messing around and playing with my tools and seeing what I can do, but I think it gets the job done pretty well. These rotate, this rotates, this rotates. Unfortunately, these axles right here with all these gears, I'm not sure if I'm gonna be able to move these. Rotation is really, really weird, guys. I've been able to get it to work in this direction, but I don't think I can get it to work in the Z direction. Rotation is really weird. The other thing I've been using rotation on, and this is kind of everything being put together into one. We've got this conveyor belt in progress. We've got some rotation. We've got some translation with the netherite scrap moving down into this machine. And we've got some particles. I don't remember what particle this is. It's some orange goop thing, but it's like dripping out of the spout. Me on a Thursday night, am I right, gamers? These blackstones rotating and the copper trapdoors rotating, this is all stuff you've already seen, right? It's supposed to be like intaking the scrap, but this is a looping animation that basically just slides it down the conveyor belt. Once it gets inside, it teleports it back to where it originally started. Now, I want to get the rest of the conveyor animated just like this with the blackstone and the spinning copper trapdoors and stuff, but before we can get to that, that's going to be a big project. Before we can get to that, I want to do a little bit more particle work around this factory. Really make sure every single thing that could be emitting particles is. Finishing this fan is a very easy fix. Get the display entities in place, assign them the tag, got the particles, very nice. And just with some regular old vanilla redstone, we can get this thing to actually spin. It's not exactly quiet, but sometimes vanilla redstone is enough to do the trick. I still really like the steam vent design. I love the rotating structure void fan. Gotta make more of those. Actually, I wonder if I can just Axiom copy the entire thing. I've got a copy entities option here that's turned on. What happens if I just like, is it gonna copy like the entity data too? That would be sick. Oh my god, it does. That's so cool. Wow, I love Axiom. And honestly, why not? Let's just put some more in the roof. I really like the design, and it's gonna fit in really nicely with these other vents right here. There we go. Looking good. These 3 huge smokestacks obviously need to have fire and smoke coming out of the tops. Got my tag smoke stack. I can't spell. Smoke stack _ fire. And okay, yeah, that's working. Maybe not like that though. Change that to be 0. I think that's what you're supposed to do. That's a little better. Oh, okay, there's a lot of fire in there. If I set the particle count down to like 40 maybe. Yeah, okay, that's looking better. Gonna use those relative coordinates that Howzieky showed me here. We want it to go up, right? So it's gonna go in the Y direction. I think it's like that. No, that's definitely not how it works. Okay. As cool as this is for like a wintry, Christmassy, snowy vibe, that's not what we're going for. And my game is lagging a bit too. Okay, how did Howzieky do this? Where it's like spreading out. This is what I want. This is cool. Oh, he's got weird fancy numbers here. That that would do it. All right, what if instead of the smoke effect, because this has already been used in like a million other places in the factory. I'm getting a little tired of the smoke. What if we did the explosion particle? Okay, yeah, that doesn't look so hot actually. I just put down like a whole bunch of these. We love the 2012 redstone, folks, don't we? So the idea is that the particles shooting out is really cool, but I want them to come from like a bunch of places. I don't want to just seem like it's shooting a laser beam of particles, right? So if we were to adjust the X and the Z values just ever so slightly, like this would be 1, this would be maybe -1. All right, now it's a little bit more like a column, but it's still very geometric. Maybe just add in a little bit of campfire smoke because we can. Oh, wow. Okay, that's that's maybe a little too much smoke. I think this is good. I think this is good enough for the smokestacks. We're getting the point across. They're smoking. They're big stacks that are smoking and smoky and yeah. Okay, next problem. Rather than have all these boring iron trapdoors to separate the materials, what if we just had one giant spinning one at the top? There could be a sprite display that might help us out here, actually. If I go ahead and consult the GUI, oh my gosh, there's a lot of options here. I see the crafting icon. That would actually be really funny. That already looks like a grid. If we use this crafting grid, though, I'm inclined to make it like vibrate back and forth. I don't know if that makes sense. Oh, and look at this anvil icon. We could use this on the machines that are like refining the netherite armor and stuff. That is perfect. And for this machine that's actually dispensing the molten metal, and why are the particles being weird? We'll figure that out later. For the machine that's dispensing the molten metal, the fire resistance icon would go perfect here. It actually looks like the shield itself is made out of netherite. I never noticed that. Nice. Okay, that looks awesome. Oh, right. Yes, I got so distracted. We were talking about this thing, the materials separator for the first stage in the factory. I swear, I'm so excited about this that I just go off on all these tangents, and yeah, there's no way of knowing where my brain is going today. The sprite display calculator that Quentin was showing me earlier, I know I was making fun of this thing earlier in the video, but it's actually so handy. Just being able to put in some numbers and get like this whole command to put out, and then look at that, it's the crafting overlay. This thing is not transparent though. It would have been nice to be able to like see through it. All right, this is gonna sound really stupid, but what if we take what if we run the correct command, there we go, and use the crosshair? I know, the freaking crosshair of all things. There we go. Okay, yeah, we got 2 of these. Rotate them, oh my god. And then run this data modify entity command to specifically set the text color value to, let's try gray. Little darker? Yeah, that's good. There we go. We've got this like spinning sluice thing. Can't believe that's the crosshair. That's the crosshair you're looking at right now. That's actually extremely cool though. Okay, surely in here, there must be some sort of like gear, right? For options, settings, some sort of spinny gear thing we can just spam all over the place in the factory. Some of these particles sort of look like gears. Hold up, there's a shield pattern. What is that? It's the flower shield pattern. I didn't know that was in the game, but that's a gear right there. Axiom, you are amazing. Oh my god. Did I ever tell you guys how much I love Axiom? Now, like I said, I'm still having trouble rotating things on, what is this, the Z axis, like these basalts and whatnot, so I can't really leave it as is. But what we can do very easily is put it flat on the floor. Yeah, it's something. It's not amazing, but it's something. Alright, so a while has passed in real life. I kind of just like went into a fugue state for a bit and went sicko mode with the commands. And as you can see by the size of the platform, I've been busy. I think this factory is in a state where just about everything I can do reasonably has been done. And it's really cool looking, so let me show you what I've done. The conveyor belt is fully finished. We got the netherite scrap moving down the line. We got this blinking fire thing. We got the drippy spout. You saw that all before, but check out how the conveyor belt continues down here. We got this netherite ingot passing down here, making a turn. This was not easy. I had to time these exactly so that thing wouldn't just fly off into the distance and all that. This is not easy stuff. At least it's not for me in my small little penguin brain. Going through the second machine, a pair of netherite pants pops out of here and it kind of slides up this. This looks terrible. I'm not gonna lie. This is like really jank, but it just kind of stops there. But I don't have time to fix this anymore, unfortunately. I took the idea of these material separators and turned them into a whole bunch of ceiling fans. So these are all over the place. We got 2 right here. We got a couple more up here. It's a little hard to see here, but I used the GUI of the brewing stand. You know, those bubbles that fill up when you craft a potion, and I sort of slapped it on the side of these glass tubes like a decal almost. This is cyan, of course, for the soul fire that's heating the netherite, and this one is yellow for the gold. Now, as you probably saw by all these gears and all these commands over here, I started messing around with the clone command. You know, I was really heartbroken that I couldn't make those gears spin over on the side of the factory just because of the way they were oriented. All those axles were on the Z-axis, and I just couldn't get any sort of Z-axis rotation to work with display entities. So I went old school and used the clone command to essentially rotate the gears. Now, the animation is very choppy. I'm not gonna lie, it's very janky, but you know, movement is better than no movement. So we got a whole bunch of spinning gears here. You see, it's all the same kind of gear, and I spent a while lining up all these clone commands. I'm literally like copy pasting coordinates. You can think of these as 2 frames of an animation. You've got the 1 gear model and the 2nd gear model, and it's meant to look like it's spinning. Once again, I know it's very choppy, but it's Minecraft, guys. You gotta do what you gotta do. And last but definitely not least, arguably my favorite addition I made is I actually made these conveyor belts work as well. I'm using the play button that you normally click on to join a Minecraft server and using it as an indicator, like saying, oh, objects are moving this way. We've got a warning indicator up there because, of course, through there is the giant furnace. They slide down, they go into the furnace, they get reset, they pop back here, they go again. It's very cool stuff. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and say this factory is complete for now. Don't get me wrong, there's definitely more I can do if I had a little bit more experience and a lot more time, but I think this build is a really cool proof of concept. And if you want this factory build for yourself, I'll be putting up a world download for all my supporters over on YouTube and on Patreon. You can help support the channel for as little as $2 a month and get access to a whole bunch of world downloads and early access videos. As always, huge thank you to my YouTube members and Patreon supporters. You guys are helping make videos like this possible. That being said, I do really hope you enjoyed this video. As we're closing things out today, enjoy some cinematics of all the moving parts on this factory. This has been Leon. Let me know down below if you want to see more videos on animation and commands like this, because I would love to do this more, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one, gamers.